line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. They run here with Jason Huntley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and get enough yards to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Sets up to throw it. Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Packers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Let's get it to 88.
Rodgers now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Here we go.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. On first down, Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith there to make the grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, big 26. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike 42. Mike, check. Mike 42. Rip right.
Here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open right side, complete to Rager. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Rashawn Gary in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 27, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is caught inside the 5. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Josiah DeGuara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll throw now on the final play. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, back to Sanders. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it second down.
42 the mark, 42. 42. Take 26. Take 30.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers, and this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter, and the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On second down, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the side. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They go again with Huntley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Jason Huntley from 6 yards away. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Throwing is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed.
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started, and off we go from Lambeau. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Rodgers again now. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That one tipped and it's incomplete. A good hands there defensively at 2nd down. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Jones has it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, and he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now first down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing his Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Flush to his right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Philly. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. Got it complete to Rodgers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. So Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. 2nd and 20. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! That's caught. Devontae Smith from 21 yards away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Flushed out right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And got his man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run for Miles Sanders, and the Eagles have taken the lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams. As the first half is winding down. And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts on the move to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Going up top. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll flip this out to Huntley.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On 1st down, Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Two things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escape. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as his safety blitz winds up paying off. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Hurts. open receiver complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And got his man complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
This one swung out here to Jones.
That catch good for only a couple.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins,
93 yards.
And the Eagles use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers,
a check down here to Jones.
and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Rodgers' throw complete here, on target to Tunyon.
midfield. Here's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Rodgers now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rodgers to throw once more. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get touchdown, Eagles.
Quez Watkins.
His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Packers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Back one. Jam.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And the Eaglesons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Man, they ain't got nothing.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet half...